Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking about Jupiter-Saturn conjunction and how it affects you. This is the grand conjunction that is going to be spanning 2 years, 2019 a little bit, but 2020 and 2021. Jupiter goes into Capricorn once in 12 years, and Saturn goes into Capricorn once in 30 years, but they combine together in every 20 years. So this is a major conjunction. How is it going to affect you? Hello, everybody. We are looking at Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, and just a reminder to you to subscribe and to press the bell notification. And we are exploring this grand conjunction of Jupiter-Saturn and how it is going to affect you. How do you face this? Now, firstly, most important thing about the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is that it is going to impact more the world issues, because this is like a long-term conjunction that takes place. So it has world issues, global issues, generational issues. And I made another video of it. So all the dates and all are in that video. You can listen to that. I'll put a link at the end of this video. So each person, when they get affected, you can look at it from your ascendant or moon sign. It really depends on what sign this conjunction is taking place. And remember, the exact conjunction is on 21st of December. So that is when the energy is at its most intense. Otherwise, they are hovering around each other, but creating some dramatic energy for the world itself. So each sign, whether it's your ascendant or moon sign, those are the two I'm exploring here. And of course, then Jupiter-Saturn rules certain areas in your life. So let us look at this. So for Aries, Jupiter rules the 9th and 12th house, and Saturn rules the 10th and 11th house. So Jupiter-Saturn conjunctions taking place in your 10th house. Career, opportunities. This can also be a positive yoga. 9th, 10th Lord in the 10th. This is a Dharma, Karma, Adhipati yoga. So it is bringing a lot of opportunity as well for you, Aries and Capricorn. Saturn is also in its own yoga during this time. Sasha Mahapurusha yoga. So a lot of opportunities there. So Jupiter's debilitation means you have to improve your Jupiter through study, through gaining knowledge, to being careful about what choices you make. But Saturn is canceling the Jupiter debilitation throughout this time. So that is one of the aspects here. Taurus, finally, Saturn is out of your 8th house or 9th house. Jupiter rules your 8th house. Jupiter rules the 11th house for you as well. So 8th and 11th, both are connected to money and finances. There can be some unexpected financial energy, unexpected bonus. Jupiter-Saturn taking place in the 9th house. 9th house is to do with father, to do with gurus, with higher advice. So the exact conjunction can bring some friction with father as well, some change, transformation. Gemini, now you have Saturn moving into your 8th house, and the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is in the 8th house. Jupiter rules your 7th house and rules your 10th house. So this can be a time where some friction with relationships is there. So watch out for that. Also, you have Saturn transiting your 8th house. So lots of changes taking place. Always 8th house transit, Saturn, Jupiter both being there to watch your health. So be careful about the health. but also it's an unsettled time. So one of a good remedy is to do some travel, do some natural, don't be stuck in a place. But definitely this is indicating some change for you. For Cancer Lagna, Jupiter Saturn is in the 7th house of marriage and relationships. And so they can be some friction. Jupiter rules your 6th house, Saturn rules 7th and 8th, and Jupiter rules the 9th house. So this is sort of 6th house is obstacles, 8th house, Saturn rules both 7th and 8th house. So being in the 7th house, it is in dignity. It can show opportunities for your partner as well. But at the same time, I would say for you to take responsibility and to be conscious of it. And Jupiter-Saturn conjunction may bring some obstacles, some difficulty. Remember, these are very rare conjunctions, so these obstacles can be bigger than normal. And so you are just keeping conscious of them. Leo, Jupiter rules your 5th house, Saturn 6th and 7th house, and Jupiter rules your 8th house. So Jupiter being in Capricorn in the 6th house, some of your secrets may come out. It is best not to compromise on situations and being clear with your dharmic situation. Children can go through a difficult time. This is not the easiest transit, and lack of support is there, and especially the exact conjunction in 2020 December, you need to watch out for. And we look at Virgo. Virgo now, Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is in the 5th house. Jupiter rules your 4th and 7th house, and Saturn rules your 5th and 6th house. So, but it is happening in the 5th house. Children are prominent. Home relationships can be prominent for you as well. Creativity, taking responsibility. It's not such a negative transit for you. For everybody, they have to watch out the 21st of December, 2020, not this year, 2020, when the exact conjunction is taking place. Libra, Saturn is in the 4th house. For Libra also, this is a Mahapurusha yoga. Saturn is going to be creating a Mahapurusha yoga for the year. Cancer as well. I forgot to tell Cancer. So if you have come up to so far, then you can look at it. It will be a Sasha Mahapurusha yoga, property, opportunities. But Jupiter is ruling your 3rd house, 6th house. So although Saturn is a very powerful, good planet for you, the Jupiter-Saturn can be that some of your own efforts are not having the correct results. So be very careful about how you take any decisions, and be a good Libra, balance things out, take your time before you make the decisions. Scorpio, Jupiter-Saturn in the 3rd house. 3rd house is usually a good transit, a good position for Saturn, not so good for Jupiter. This is the problem with this conjunction. One house is usually not so positive and the other is good. But 3rd house is about effort, and this is the time to take time over effort. Saturn is slow-moving planet. Jupiter wants to do things quickly, but he's restrained by Saturn. So to watch out for it, and especially regarding your finances, because Jupiter rules your 2nd house and 5th house. Children, creative ideas, sometimes working hard towards your creative ideas when Jupiter is in Capricorn can bring a lot of results, and Saturn is also there. So writing a book, getting your creative ideas, from ideas into concrete, that is what you can consider. Sagittarius, finally, Saturn is off your Lagna, but he's with the Lagna Lord or with your Moon Lord in the second house of finances, of speech. As the ascendant ruler is debilitated, and that starts in 2020 in March, and then again end of 2020. Again, the dates are there in the accompanying video. You may find that your health is compromised, and you feel out of sorts because you have been really burnt out. So this may be a good time to think about doing things to uplift yourself. Don't feel depressed and feel the journey is too hard to do. So that is what is important to recognize with this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. But otherwise, the Saturn is cancelling the debilitation, so it is in a better way. He's not really totally debilitated throughout its Capricorn transit. For Capricorn, of course, it is in the ascendant. Saturn is strong. It's in a Sasha Mahapurusha Yoga. Jupiter is the 12th Lord, so can bring some expenses. It's the 3rd Lord and is sometimes making you do things, push you to do things, and don't be pushed. Just take your time. You're in dignity. Of course, if your moon is in Capricorn, you're in intense Sadesati. And for that, you have to see what is the exact degree of your moon, and then the intensity of Sadesati, which I made a separate video for Sadesati, so you can study it and listen to it, And also you need to be cautious about that if your moon is there. If your Lagna is facing this Jupiter-Saturn, you're definitely in a mood to make some change for your career. Often when Saturn crosses the ascendant, you make a professional change. So watch out. Again, you need to know the exact degree of your ascendant. But despite all the pressures, it is a transit Mahapurusha Yoga and a lot of opportunities. Saturn is prominent, but watch your expenses and be really cautious, slow making any decision. Don't rush into it. Aquarius, Jupiter, Saturn is in your 12th house. Now, this is not the best energy because 12th house is the house of expenses. It's the house of loss. It's a good time to do something charitable, do something for the environment, do something where you're making an effort and not necessarily getting a reward. That would be the best thing to do, because otherwise you'll find that you're very much making effort, not getting reward. And Jupiter being in your 12th house, also watch your money. That is very important. Jupiter rules both your houses of money, and finances can be very tight during this time. And Saturn, Aquarius always have to do something giving back to society. So this is a great time to exercise that and keep a tight hand on your purse strings. Finally, Pisces, Jupiter, Saturn is in the 11th house of profit. Now, Pisces are not supposed to be interested in profit or money. So this is a good time to not compromise your ideals for the sake of money. Your ascendant ruler is debilitated. That means that you can get opportunities for your dharma to be compromised. And so be very conscious of that. And watch your health as well, because especially if you're Pisces ascendant, Lagna Lord is debilitated. Pisces moon also, you just need to be conscious that this is not the easiest transit, although it seems quite good. 11th house opportunities are there, but because the ascendant ruler is debilitated and Jupiter rules 10th house as well. 10th house is not such a problem because you'll be working very hard, and so that will bring the results, but you have to just watch out for your how you affect yourself. I think that the best remedy for everybody during this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is to uplift your Jupiter through study, gaining knowledge. You can study spiritual knowledge. You can study Vedic astrology, because Vedic astrology is also a higher level of self-understanding. But you can do yoga, philosophy, a lot of things that you can make some donation towards educational charities. You can make donation to the gurus that are doing good work. You have to understand the good aspect of it, and definitely pray to Lord Shani that he doesn't bother Jupiter so much. So that is the best prayer to do. So all the best. Thank you very much. And remember to subscribe, press the bell notification, and also leave some messages about how you view this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. And it's not as yet happening, but once it's happening, then if you have any insight into it as well. Thank you.